M13E18. 13s look pretty good. Let me know if they don't feel good. They look all right from the outside. 18s is one good one in there. Sorry to be so harsh, but there's a few things happening. Okay, this is one of the better builds. So we see our long axis. We can see where we want it to go. So what we're expecting to happen here is Matthew and Nadia to rotate. So let me leave my cursor in the center just to rotate in place pretty much and let the guys come to you, which pretty much happens on this one. And we leave a little bit of a channel through the center. But what's going on some of the builds, Yora's kind of looking this way a little bit, but Otto and Yora, you tend to be really focusing in on picking up the grips of your piece partners rather than moving out. And like, this is a really good build in comparison to some of them, but even so here, we're missing the communication through the center. So I'd rather see like see that little channel there? That's the viewpoint that we need to get. So rather than diving onto the grips, rotate and build the open compressed in the center. All right. I'm going to keep moving. That was one of the better 18s. It comes from a pretty good build, which has something to say for it as well. So if we just move out, so Otto and Yora just stepping out. Nadia and Matthew, your first move is forwards, which is really good. Then you get to the 180 point, and then we keep rotating, Nadia. Just a little miss there. You get it though. No, you get that extra rotation. Remember, the focus is on once you've gone through to here, if you sit still, that grip is going to fly past you because everyone else is expecting it to finish on this angle right here. So you need to keep, once you've gone through, your feet have gone from one side of the glass to the other side, you keep rotating and that grip will come to you. Yeah, nice. So that is probably one of the better 18s. Not spending too much time on the 13s on this one. Okay, so there we go. We've got a bit more of that build that I was talking about, where Otto and Yora, you guys are diving onto your piece partners. So you've both dived onto your piece partners, and now you look back, and then look at the extra energy that you guys are dealing with. Still not a bad 18 build. It looks okay, but looking at body language, I see a lot of reaching onto grips, and now can sometimes feel a little bit reachy now for Matthew and Nadia, but then there's that energy there that we have to work against. All right, and this is now a start to, and it could come a lot from the build, Otto and Nadia, so be aware of that. It's better to have a lighter build where Nadia doesn't feel like she's got you jumping on her grips. But Nadia, so looking at your move now, and it could be in conjunction with Otto that we need to fix this, which is generally the case on a piece move, is Nadia, your first move is going this way, right? You're trying to go straight through to end up next to where Matthew was. But what seems to happen is there's a lot of early rotation happening. It could be that Nadia, you just need to go a little bit further through. It could also be that we need to have looser grips here. With that build, it can get really tight and it can force, see, like it looks to me, there looks like some tension here, whereas this pair looks a little more comfortable. And then you end up with this opposite rotation on the piece. So Otto, at this stage now, you should be allowing Nadia through, rotating with her rather than pressing tightly on her grips. Yeah, let's keep watching because I think there's one that's even more noticeable. Look at that build there. So look at how offset these guys are. So that's now going to be tough for Nadia to get that grip. You see that? She's struggling. And I'd far rather see Otto and Yora noticing the long axis, which is pretty much an in-place turn. Imagine you're just building a no contact compress on the long axis there and there. Think about that rather than diving onto the grips of your piece partners like you do there, because now we end up with this tough build for Nadia in this case. Right, so for me now, Nadia is feeling a little bit behind the power curve. She's reaching for that grip, and now she's got to make that move. And so she rotates very quickly, because again, you're feeling behind the power curve maybe, whereas Matthew is still going straight forwards through. Yeah, so Matthew's move, that's really good. You go through and then rotate. But the front pair is feeling rushed. They don't have that kind of straight piece. Look at this, we've got this opposite lock. Right now, Nadia should have come a little bit straighter. Otto, you should be allowing Nadia to rotate like a dance partner. You're not fighting with her, you're trying to help her through to there. But then we end up with this opposite lock rather than the straight piece, which is what we're looking for. So we need to see B slot 18s again. Or even if it's just the front pair in B slot. Looks like the back pair have a pretty good handle of that. I'm digging the 13s, guys. I don't feel like I need to spend time on the 13s. If you feel otherwise, let me know. Yora, I really like your build here. You rotate in place and you just stop there. And Otto, for you, it's probably one of your better ones, but I feel like it's still a little bit more luck than judgment. But you see that there? That is a perfect 18 build, where you've got that channel in between, and you guys are in your no contact compressor. Let's use this, Otto and Yora, as when you're building your 18, you're focusing on this, not on jumping onto your piece partner. And not a bad 18 because of it as well.